Hey guys, this is the Gents Room. On my left I have
Josh,
Liam,
and myself, Owen. Oscar isn't with us today. He's got another engagement. But is that right?
when you say another engagement, he ain't got another one because this is his first one that he's been away. So
Right.
really, he ain't got another one. It's
Is that-
probably just his mum, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
It's probably just his mum.
We've actually talked about his mum in every single podcast.
Yeah, we have.
She is the most talked about person in the podcast, apart from the people in the podcast, isn't she? Anyway, okay. So let's talk about the challenge then. So the spoonful of salt challenge was this week. So Josh, you got picked again.
I did, yes.
Go on.
It wasn't as bad as dog food. I must say, it wasn't as bad as dog food, but it left a taste in your mouth, just really bad. I must say, going back to the dog food.
At least dog food washed it out then.
Yeah.
Well,
with the gravy.
Great.
I must say, going back to the dog food though, I did taste it about 2 days after when I burped. I just burped, and just the taste of dog food came back again.
That's hilarious.
But salt, rating out of 10, about 5 maybe.
Yeah.
About 5.
So it bad,
wasn't,
but not as bad as the other two.
No, not at all.
As with all the others, the link to that video is in the description.
Yes.
And so yeah, next week. Oh, we've not decided what we're doing next week, actually, have we?
No, we haven't.
Can we do like Starburst or something?
Starburst.
Because I think it's my turn.
I've
isn't
got.
it?
Well, it's not your turn.
It's probably gonna be me.
Or we'll
Everyone
do that
else
next
has done
week.
it.
We'll do that next week. We'll do the shot of vegetable oil next
Okay.
week. So that's set now. That's set. There we go.
Yeah.
Full shot of vegetable oil for
That's
the next week's
disgusting.
podcast.
At least your poo will come out quiet.
Wash it all out. Oh god, that must be weird because I've put a little bit on my finger and then licked it, and it doesn't. It's weird. It kind of has no taste, but a weird feel in your mouth. It kind of feels bigger than it. I can't explain it. It feels weird.
No, don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
What
But
about cod liver oil? You know, you get cod
No.
liver oil tablets.
Yeah.
That does taste as anything.
apparently
I
that's
used to
meant
buy
to
it.
Stuff that they're in.
taste terrible.
But my uncle, he pops the tablets
Oh, that's
I used to do
disgusting.
and puts it on a spoon, and
That's meant to taste.
I used
bad.
to buy it
that
and like
tastes
chew it. It was quite
bad.
nice.
That does.
It wasn't horrible.
It's meant to be really
well,
bad.
that's,
It was nice.
that's-
I do.
Well, vegetable oil is
That's good,
going to be
yeah.
good.
Well, we've never done vegetable oil, so we'll have a look at that one.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, look forward to that one. I think it's got to be. I think it is going to be between me and Liam.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think.
hope it's you because that'd be funny.
If it is you,
Yeah,
though,
the
then
thing is though, I do the challenge and then pick who does the next challenge.
because I don't know if
Eh?
we've mentioned this on the.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
but
we've
you've only
mentioned
done
this.
two, so you can do another.
No, but
But
I don't know
then-
if we've mentioned this before on the podcast or on the videos actually.
No.
If you get picked 3 times in a row and you do the challenges 3 times, then on the 4th one we don't do the picking. We just have the person that has done it 3 times picks the person who does it and then also picks
Why
the
look at me?
challenge.
You'd pick me, wouldn't you? Awful.
If I'm really no, I don't think I would pick you actually.
I think you'd pick Oscar or me.
I don't know. I'd have to find out if
Yeah,
I do
you-
do the next challenge.
Yeah, you will. You will. You'll have to keep it a secret till then.
Yeah.
Have you? This is crazy. Right, I was reading this because I go to. Do you know the Guardian
The
website? They have this
Yeah.
section on their website where it's this weird news, and I always go to that to get to news stories to talk about on this.
That's fair enough.
And one of them were mental. This Australian school, right, has been evacuated, or
Yeah.
everyone in the school has been evacuated because of this one little girl in the lowest year. It's a high school. This one little girl in the lowest year, she brought in something for show and tell.
Was it like
What do you think
a
she brought in?
crocodile?
What do you think she brought in?
Cholera.
What? It's not a disease. What do you think she brought in? It was an object of something,
alligator.
and they had to evacuate the entire school and get the police involved.
Was it a grenade?
What?
It was a grenade.
Was it? Oh yes.
What?
It was a grenade. She brought a grenade into school for show and tell.
Did she
'cause-
know?
Yeah, her dad were in the army, and he came back, and they all, like a couple of army people and that smuggle grenades back in. They're not meant to, but they smuggle them back, just as like things to have, just as sort of mementos
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah,
And yeah, this little girl brought this grenade in show and tell, an active grenade. So she just brought it in, brought it out. Teacher's like, ah! Everyone started screaming, so they all had to run out at shop and get out of there. But how mental is that?
That's brilliant.
That's
Only in Australia.
More like only in America is the same for that. I'm surprised it didn't happen in America.
yeah. Yeah.
It was can you imagine that though? If you were a teacher, can you imagine the scenario? What would you do? Because you couldn't just freak out. What if she pulled pin accidentally?
What if she did it on purpose?
What if she actually did pull the pin? What would you do? Because
Just run, every
you'd
man
have
for
to get it
themselves.
out their hand.
I would say you'd have to
Every man
just
for
love it,
themselves.
just somewhere.
If you're too slow, bollocks.
Someone would die. Someone would die. If a grenade went off in a classroom, surely someone would get it.
Cost someone to die. Person holding it would.
You'd just have to lob it out a window. Can you imagine that? That'd be on a comedy
Lobby!
movie. That'd be on a comedy movie, wouldn't it? Girl brings it in. Oh, look at this. Pops pin. Teacher grabs it, goes through it out a window, just hits window. Doesn't smash through it. Just falls back down. That'd be what happened on it. Oh, God.
Oh dear.
Oh, no, apparently they all got evacuated. And everything was fine, and they took the grenade back. And the father has just said, yeah, I'm sorry, I brought it back. I didn't mean to. I'm really sorry I didn't check my girl's bag before she brought a grenade into school. And but he's not been charged with it because it's Australia, so they're all nice and happy over there. Can you imagine that? We get detention.
They didn't get charged.
We get detention
For eating chewing gum.
Yeah, we get we get detention for eating chewing gum or taking our phone. She brings a grenade and don't get out. But the school though had to be closed for the next day as well for some stupid reason because
In case she brought resting.
no, because they had to search all the house and stuff. So, but this girl had to go into school. So just in case, she'd know else, they had to close the school for the other day, which was just a little bit
Good
crazy.
for
Really.
kids, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, kids get extra.
I hope
day
it
off.
snows tonight, then we get day off.
I hope it snows.
I hope it snows. Because the panic, it's just funny, isn't it? That did you get that letter?
Yeah,
It's like, dun, dun, dun.
get that letter. School is closed. There's an inch of
The
snow.
worst case scenario. No, it isn't. Sledges? Get sledges out.
It's best case scenario for us.
It is.
Thing is, I mean, I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. It's good when we get to have school off because it snows. But it's really annoying to be honest when you think about it because my auntie lived in America for a year, and she lived in Iowa. And when it's winter there, it is winter there.
And they
It's
just
proper,
go regardless.
Yeah, it proper snows.
That's a bit of the panic that does my head in.
Yeah, I
How
know.
everyone panics. A bit of bloody snow. When
I
it
know,
rains,
yeah.
no one panics.
Exactly. And but she was there, and they had one snow day because she was there for university reasons, and she had one snow day. And that was because the snow was 6 foot high,
What?
and it's the highest it's ever been in Iowa in like the past 100 years or something.
6 foot. That's
6
foot, that's
foot
me.
high.
I wouldn't say that is
That
a tall
is-
That's
being
me.
really,
That's
yeah.
mental. And then one snow day for that one day when it was 6 foot high, and then halfway through the day, it was fine again because they're prepared for it. That's the problem with England.
We're
We're
not
not
prepared.
prepared. To be
We don't
honest,
expect
We've got a
it.
couple of
Yeah,
Brit
exactly.
We
bins,
don't
and that's
to be
really
it.
honest-
get extreme weather in
Yeah,
England.
and to be honest, we don't.
When
need
we
to.
do,
Yeah.
we do sometimes.
Well,
just
no, I don't know.
preparation.
But to be honest, I don't think we need to prepare. It's not like we need massive snowmobiles going around clearing out snow.
Quite, yeah.
Whereas when it's 6 foot high,
Yeah.
they do need it.
Oh, yeah.
They need to get rid of it. Otherwise, they can't move. Can't open the door. But no, she was telling me, she just woke up this one morning and like went out, got all the stuff ready. Went downstairs, turned TV on, looked out the window, white. Just couldn't see out of it. Because obviously she just lived in a flat, so it was just on the bottom floor. And she just went to look out the window, and it was just black. Went to open the door, luckily it opened inwards. But that's also kind of unlucky because it just fell in. So she opened it and she went like a mini avalanche inside their house, which was a little bit crazy, but
That'd be funny to watch. Just
it wouldn't be funny. Apparently she just started screaming and it just went up to her ankles and she was like "Ah!" in a dressing gown running around the thing. Snow everywhere.
Up and then it'll all just go away.
I know, yeah. But that's another thing I've always wondered. Do you know when you see it like in Canada or in America and there's rivers that are frozen over, it's naturally they've naturally frozen, I'd still be scared of ice skating on it. Wouldn't you?
I would. If it rocked, you'd be gone.
Yeah, exactly,
Well,
you'd
yeah,
be
you
dead.
just wouldn't know. how
But
to
people
skate
do
it.
all the time, don't they?
Yeah.
They have hundreds of people on ice
They did it on
lakes.
Thames once.
Oh,
that
so
was
they did it
years
on
ago.
Thames.
I
once,
wouldn't have
yeah.
done that.
Yeah, they did it on Thames.
That's mental,
Play
really.
football on it.
Yeah, that's mental.
Didn't Niagara Falls once freeze?
No.
Like, completely did.
No.
Look it up. Get it on your pad.
That can't be true. Surely that
I
isn't
put it on
true.
QR, I'm sure.
How can a
was that
waterfall
cold.
freeze?
I don't know.
Because the underneath doesn't freeze, does it?
I don't know what it did.
No, but
Argue with Stephen Fry, he knows.
no, but listen though, right? Because if you actually think about it logically, it's the top that freezes. Underneath doesn't freeze.
I know, it's weird how running water could.
So it'd be on top, solid.
Or was
but
it,
then
or was it a glacier?
Yeah, it'd
it
have
might
to
be
be.
a glacier.
Because then underneath it's water, so it'd have still fallen off, wouldn't it? Surely.
Yeah.
It'd just freeze.
Narnia. It was Narnia that happened in.
Well done.
Narnia.
The White Witch.
Liam.
Oh my god.
Narnia.
Not
It
Niagara
sounds like
Falls.
Niagara.
Blow me nummy. Blow me nummy. Right, I can't
When they're
believe.
being chased by wolves.
Well done.
Liam, it's fictional.
I know.
It didn't happen.
It did do.
Well, no, it didn't.
No, it did. It really is history.
Do you know it was based on Adam and Eve though, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, because the sons of Adam and
Yeah.
daughters of Eve.
But that's what it was based off of. Narnia it's a very Christian guy wrote it. It's a very Christian based. Well, Christian based book, and it's based all around the Bible and stuff like that.
You were friends with J.R. Tolkien.
Were you?
Yeah.
Like actual friends, or just knew him?
Friends?
Alright. Do you know how Lord of the Rings started with J.R. Tolkien?
No, do tell.
He started off with The Hobbit, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But before he wrote any of the books, it started because he used to tell his grandkids stories. He used to tell them bedtime stories.
That makes sense.
And the bedtime stories, just make up from his head, just sit next to him and just make up in his head. And the bedtime stories were The Hobbit. And then it moved on, and they thought, you know what, I'm going to write these down. They're quite good.
I'd want him to be my dad.
I know, yeah, I know.
Told him stories.
And so then he wrote them all down, wrote all these stories down, and made Lord of the Rings, and went a little bit overboard with Lord of the Rings. Wrote a 500-page book out of a bedtime story, and wrote 3 of them. And now they're multi-million-pound movies
Well,
and
the
stuff.
films that, yeah.
Yeah. Hobbit comes out on the 13th of December, doesn't it?
Yep.
I can't wait for that.
I
think that's going to be a really good film.
All the talk about...
I'm not
don't
into
like
it,
do you?
no. I'm not. I've never been
Why
into
don't you
it.
though? There must be
I don't
some
know.
reason.
I've just never...
Do you not like
I've
fantasy
never
stuff?
even seen a Lord of the Rings. I've never
That's
even...
what I mean. So what?
It just
what
hasn't
put you off
appealed
it?
to
Do
me.
you not like fantasy stuff?
It just
like
hasn't appealed to me at all.
that? Fair.
What puts you off not seeing it though?
I don't know. I'd happily watch it. I'd watch it.
There's
Obviously not just
you've-
one after the
alright.
other 9 hours.
Yeah,
I'd watch
yeah,
Hobbit
I'll
then.
watch it. So you've
Hobbit's
just
first.
alright. So you've just not watched
I've
it.
just not watched them, no.
Alright.
No, fair enough.
Would you not want to come see Hobbit with me and
Because
me
it
and
is like
Oscar?
it's before Lord of the Rings, so you're not missing.
So yeah, it's not. You don't
need to see Lord of the Rings.
just because. If it's just because you haven't watched it, you might as well try it.
Well, I might as well watch it then.
Yeah, might as well. I've told you that I've
You'll
told
be
you.
going to say about 4 minutes
Yeah,
at a time.
I'm going to say minimum
Minimum about 3.
of 3 because I'm off to see it. Me, Liam, and Oscar, and then you if you're coming.
Yeah.
Me, Grace,
and
Michael,
Michael and-
probably David and Chelsea,
Yeah.
and then me, Tony, and then my 2
your
cousins.
cousins,
So minimum of 3 times.
So if it's good then.
Yeah. I'll go see it first. I'm like, well, that was terrible. Anyway, let's go see it again. It was still bad. Anyway, let's go see it again. Hope it's not 3 hours. That's 9 hours of my life gone. That's like
It can't be 3 hours.
It can't.
No, it won't
I
be
mean,
3
3 hour
hours.
films
No
out of
way.
a little book. It can't be.
I know we talked about it a lot on the last podcast,
Yeah,
but
we
I
did.
still can't believe they made it into 3 films.
I know all the talk about that, but I still think they're going to be good.
Oh, they will be good.
I don't doubt that they'll be really good.
There's some films I think, and I think when they make them, they wouldn't have made them if they weren't going to be good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like with
Like they won't bother with a trilogy.
yeah, like
They
with the
just make
Lord of the
one
Rings and with the
film.
Hobbit,
Yeah.
and same. I can't think of another example.
Batman, that night.
Yeah, that like with the Batman films, they made first Batman, it were good. Made second Batman, it were one of the best films I've ever seen. And then I don't think they'd have made a third Batman if it wasn't going to be good.
Because they just bring it all down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. There's a lot of films like that.
And I like that.
And I think The Hobbit is going to be one of them where I don't think they'd have made it if it wasn't going to be good. I don't know. I think it's going to be good, but which bit does it go up? Obviously, you don't know, but which bit do you think it'll go up to?
Well, the second one's is it something to do with Smaug, the dragon. So it'll go up to where they get the
But
dragon.
Smaug the Dragon's the last bit in it.
I know, but then they have a big battle, don't they?
Yeah, but that ain't going to last a full hour and a half. Well, probably 2
They
hour
can make
nowadays long film. I don't think it
don't
would.
know.
Because there's the entire bit really that no one ever remembers, where he goes and finds Smaug, and then leaves again, doesn't he? And then goes
Yeah, he
and gets
goes
the
back.
elves and stuff to go help him.
It's
Isn't
been a
the
while
elves?
since I've read it.
And I'm sure he does. I'm sure he goes to get the elves.
So they have a battle, don't they, with men?
Yeah. And then, oh no, he goes to get the elves to
They
go
go
to
to
the
Myrtle.
mountain. But instead of going to the mountain, the dragon Smaug comes out and goes and attacks the village and stuff. I'm sure that's what happens.
They'll lengthen it out.
Yeah,
won't
yeah. But the first one's an unexpected journey, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
so
out
that's
13th of December this year. Well, a couple of days anyway, isn't it?
Not you advertising your own.
Yeah, not advertising. Product placement there. 13th. That's the 13th of December.
Not the 14th.
Yeah, GMT, English Standard Time. There we go. I don't know. What were you... Right.
GMT is Greenwich Mean Time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not English Standard Time.
What did I say?
You said GMT English Standard Time.
Is it Greenwich Meridian or something?
Nah, it's Greenwich
yeah.
Mean Time.
Is it?
Nah, the Meridian line is completely different.
No, well.
I'm sure the Meridian line is like north and south of the north.
In that line.
Of it.
Right, fair enough. Can we change topic?
Right, do you know I've always wondered about this?
What?
There's timelines, right, isn't there? Around
Yeah.
the Earth or around the globe.
Yeah.
There's the lines of time that go around.
They're not lines. It really annoys me. If you see on maps, they might move around the country.
Yeah, because they try and avoid land, don't they?
And I think it's weird.
They try and make it
What's
easy.
it
Yeah,
called?
but I think it's weird that Australia's split into 3 different time zones.
That's how big it
It
is.
is big, isn't it?
I know, but I just think it's weird.
It is
Because of
weird.
that, doesn't it?
It is weird though, but can you? Well, it's like America.
America's different,
It
isn't
is. I suppose it's because we live in a country that's so small
Yeah, it fits into
It
it.
fits.
that we could ring anyone in our country and it'd be the same time. Whereas in America, you could be in Las Vegas, ring someone in New York, and it could be 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it could be midday to you, and then you're like, well, yeah. But I've always wondered if you went to the very, very top point of the Earth, where all the lines
North Pole.
meet. No, yeah, but I mean the very top point, all the very bottom point.
What
all
time
the
would it be?
yeah, all the lines meet. So you could just walk in a circle and just have a day forever because the time zones will keep swapping. Technically, that's true.
Well, no, so I suppose you'll go round once and it'll go back.
Yeah,
Well,
but
the
then
theory-
stay there. Or yeah, so you go. So it's about to. So say you go 1st of December. You're there. You stay in one time zone. It's literally 1 minute about to tick over to the second. You walk into another time zone, and then it's 5 hours back or 1 hour back. So you're walking around. It's gone back, and then you wait until 5 hours go, and then you go into the next time zone. It goes back.
Well, there is a
It
theory.
could just last
because
forever, couldn't it?
on the QI, where I get all my knowledge,
Go on.
there's these 2 islands, they're near Russia or something.
Yeah.
They're in between Siberia and Russia, I think.
Right.
No, Siberia and Alaska, sorry.
Yeah.
Geography. And they're in different time zones. So the theory is if you opt from one to other, you could live twice as long.
Well, you can't live
You
twice.
don't, yeah, because they look at
I
that.
understand what you mean.
On that
I
one, they
understand
look
what
at
you
that
mean.
and they're a day behind. So you're Saturday, just getting over your hangover.
That's weird.
And you're looking at people just getting drunk.
But it's weird because do you know you can have a 56? I think it's 56-hour long day. Like
What?
you can travel. If you went in a plane, you could travel to all the different countries
Right.
and technically have a 56-hour long 1st of December because you'll be in different countries at different time zones. So because you moved into that country and it's gone back, it's still the 1st of December for that long. So you've been in the 1st of December for longer than what would have been 2 days.
You can actually miss out a day if you time your flights right.
Yeah.
You can actually miss out.
You
a
could
full
miss
day.
your birthday.
You could travel on a Sunday to Australia and get there for.
Yeah.
You'd get there for Monday. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, you would. You'd get there for Monday, but you'd miss all the Monday out.
Yeah.
And then you fly back again. If you stayed there another week and fly back on the Sunday, you'd then get there the Monday again, but you'd miss out Monday again. So it's right weird.
So
It is,
pretty
yeah.
much, if you're really sad, so Liam, you could do this. If you're
Oh, thanks.
if you're really depressing and stuff,
I'm
you
not
could
depressing.
just miss out your birthday or any day. You could miss
You could,
out
yeah.
every single holiday.
I don't want to miss out my birthday.
You could miss out on your birthday, on your mates' birthdays, on
Christmas.
Christmas.
I'm not depressive. What are you aiming this at
I'm
me for?
joking. I'm
I'm
joking.
not depressive. I'm just. This is just the way I am.
What depresses?
No, I'm not depressive.
Right. I wanted to talk about this because me and Josh were talking about it before the podcast, and I stopped because I wanted to talk about the podcast. I am scared. I'm not scared. I am scared. I am scared by it, but I'm scared of
I
iCloud.
don't know how.
What is iCloud?
iCloud is just. It's this
The mothership cloud.
imaginary thing, and it's just a big, if you want it, a database that all your information on your phone or your iPad or phone or iPod goes onto.
Connects everything together.
So it all connects everything together. So if you took a photo on your iPhone, it then go to your
Oh
iPad.
yeah, so it's all connected.
So it all goes up to the cloud and then
So you can get your
yeah.
iPad,
Oh,
your
yeah.
iPod, and everything else.
or you can store things in the cloud as a kind of backup, sort of like a memory stick.
Yeah,
but
so-
it's digital.
Everything on my phone is on the cloud, is in the cloud.
Yeah.
And
So
that
all my
connects
music
to that
is in
as
the
well.
cloud.
But
Yeah.
I don't know how to use it.
Well,
Neither do I, but
And
don't
I
know.
think it's because I can't use iTunes because on my laptop, my iTunes has gone blank. It's been wiped, and I don't know if I plug in my iPad to my iTunes, I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it'll either sync my iPad to my iTunes, so then my iTunes gets full of everything what's on my iPad, or my iTunes will sync with my iPad, and everything will just get wiped, I'd cry, I'd commit.
Yeah, but
it'd be so bad.
As long as you back it up to iCloud first.
I can't, because I can't activate it without going on iTunes. That's the vicious circle that we're in. Because I can only activate, say, my music backup and other backups through activating it by iTunes on a laptop, which they need to change. Apple, if you're listening, which I know you are, obviously, because we're so viewed, you need to change it.
What do you mean?
You need to change it so that you can do everything from one device. It's ridiculous that you can't make your music store in the cloud just from your iPad. You need to do it through an iTunes on a laptop or computer.
Don't.
You do. I've tried.
No, trust me. I don't connect mine to a computer.
I can't do it, Josh.
I do not connect anything to a computer unless I need to. If I want to access some photos, I've already set it all up.
You're gonna have to show me later then.
And I don't do anything. If I download some music, it goes straight onto my iTunes, straight onto my iPad.
Because you're gonna need to show me them. Because when I go onto it, when I've tried to sync my music to my iCloud, it says, "Oh, do this. Go to do it." You need to sync your iPad to your iTunes account to do this and activate it through your iTunes. So I don't know, but you're gonna have to show me later then.
I'm scared.
Yeah, I do. It just scars me for life. Oh,
aren't they all the same though? All things.
What do you mean?
Well, that don't do the same thing.
We said that complete unison.
Complete synchronised use. I bet we've got the exact same wave pattern if we split it. Right, anyway, sorry, go on.
What are we on about? what is the difference? Is that just like, is the only difference between the iPhone and that, is it just because that can ring people?
That's a phone that can ring and text.
Do the same thing? Do you just do exactly?
They can.
That can ring and text, yeah. But then there's a thing, you know, like BBM.
So it's basically that, but smaller than the phone.
Yeah.
And that's just like a sort of computer.
We're talking about the iPad, by the way.
Yeah, and the iPhone.
Yeah, in effect.
It is the same thing, but it's also not, because this is pretty much a laptop without a keyboard. That's pretty much what it is.
But it hasn't got Word or anything like that. It's just got
using Apple's own stuff with Apple's own layout.
Yeah, it's like Tesco's own, but it's Apple's own.
Yeah, because do you know when you're on a laptop and it's laid out, you will almost definitely at school if you're on a laptop, right?
Yeah.
The layout of it is Windows. It's a Windows layout, which is Microsoft's own layout. That's how all of their things are done.
Well, now Windows 8's going around, it's a bit different.
Yeah,
which is worth more money. I bet Apple is
worth way more money.
I bet they've overtook.
They overtook it in 2010. When you say Apple is worth this much money, that gets its value by stockbrokers, like very high up. Yeah. Not stockbrokers, but different. Pretty much the same as stockbrokers, but they do specifically company money, rather than they can just stop breaking anything. And what they do is they give it a price, and it's just an estimated price of what they think Apple would sell for. But to be honest, it's not a real price, because no one on earth has that much money, so it can't be worth that much because no one on earth can buy it. But
what about that Mexican?
No, that guy that we talked about, even that guy that we talked about on the podcast, richest man in the world, he can't buy it.
We talk about him on this.
Yeah.
And
we've talked about it on the first one, I think.
Been there, done that, got t-shirt.
Yeah. We should make a t-shirt. We should all wear it on the next challenge video. We should all put richest guy in the world, been there, done that, wearing the t-shirt. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, when I say it, because Apple is worth 584 billion.
Wow.
Which is just ridiculous. But it's not. If someone bought 100% of its stocks, they would not have to pay 500... Did I say 584?
You did.
They would not have to pay 584 billion. They would get a price for it, depending on where it is in the stock market at that time. I'm not a massive thing on stock. I find them really interesting, to be honest. It's really dangerous and stuff, losing. Loads of people get into debt on it.
Yeah, Del Boy did that, he lost everything.
but it's... I'm quite interested in them, but it's just... So yeah, pretty much that's how much it's worth. And Microsoft is worth a lot less. Microsoft, I think, is worth like 58 billion, which is like 100 times
that's
less.
Nothing, is it?
Well, yeah, obviously it's still a lot. It's still a lot, but then it's obviously 100 times less than Apple, which is just mental when you think about it, really. But
it's only happened recently, though, hasn't it? Because Microsoft, Apple haven't been around that long, have they?
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they have, because it wasn't.
It's just we didn't hear about them.
Apple things.
They were.
Because they weren't that big till like
fact,
Macintosh and stuff.
Yeah,
like
in fact, I think they were made in 1997 when we were all born. I think that's how long. I think that's when they made Apple the company. I think that's when it was branded, and then they made their first ever
Macintosh.
Yeah. Well, they made the software for it.
Yes.
Because they actually stole a lot of Microsoft's computing systems and stole a lot of their stuff.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Is that why they weren't big? Because they were thieves.
No. It's just because it was the first ever time they started off, and they stole a lot of their stuff and how to use it, but they legally stole it. They didn't copyright anything. They
How
took
can you
things
legally steal something?
because they hadn't copyrighted it or anything. So it'd be like you making a song and not putting copyrights on it. You can use that song. So they used it legally and then added their own software and made it into their own.
That's Microsoft's fault then, I suppose. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. But then vice versa, Microsoft now have also used a lot of Apple's stuff, so it works both ways.
Yeah, you're talking about the copyright and everything.
Yeah.
Apple have sued Samsung for the pinch effect.
What?
Really?
What's the pinch effect?
You know, like you can put your fingers on the screen
Like this. I'm going to show Liam now on the iPad.
Yeah, you can do that, and it'll go down.
can't
Like
do
if
that
you're
on
in
my
an
phone.
image, but if you're in an image,
So
and you pinch effect by putting your fingers together and then bringing them out, and it zooms on the image.
And there's Samsung nicked that.
Well, Samsung
So-
have apparently nicked that.
So like on this picture as well, if I pinch on Josh and then put my fingers, you can zoom, you can zoom in on Josh's hilarious face. So
and they've got to pay a $1 billion.
what? They've
$1 billion.
have they won the court case, or are they
think
suing them
so.
for $1 billion? Because I can't believe that they've
Just for that pinch
got
thing.
that.
Just for that pinch.
Just
thing.
for being
I
able
think-
to touch the thing and.
Sure, I'm right. I'm sure
Google,
I am.
see if they've actually got the money, because that seems ridiculous that they would actually get that, because I bet that isn't even their idea. Surely something
Well, it's
had
not
that
a brilliant
first.
idea, is it? It's not like groundbreaking, is it?
Well, it isn't, but it also is in some sense, because you think
You could live without it.
Yeah, you can, but
With a pinch effect.
yeah. But do you know why they're suing Samsung though? Because pretty much, I bet every other tablet has got that pinch effect, but they're only suing Samsung because they are now Apple's main competitors. Because
They're doing
Samsung,
touch phones.
yeah, Samsung have now gone into phones and into tablets as well, which is iPad's biggest
which
thing
is
now.
that?
Yeah,
iPad.
which is it's
And
basically
they were the only ones who did that first, weren't they?
yeah. Which is, I think we've talked about this. Have we talked about this on the podcast before? The reason why the iPhone and the iPad are so big and so many people have them are because they were the first of the kind.
Yeah.
They were the iPhone 3G was the first really good smartphone.
Yeah.
And the iPad was the first really good tablet. But now there's loads are better than it. Like everyone's going, oh, mental for the iPhone 5. But it's actually not that good. Well, it is good, but like the Samsung Galaxy S3 it's so good. It's one of the best phones I've ever seen. And the new tablet, what was it that Kai was talking about? Which tablet was it? Was it the Google tablet?
It was the. Oh, what's it called?
I completely forgot what it's called.
It's the advert where it goes. Do, 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 do.
Thanks for that, Josh.
That's helpful.
And then
that's
they go the click, click, click. Oh, what's it called?
I can't remember. But anyway, that tablet's meant to be way better than the iPad.
Is it?
Yeah. But
It is a computer.
Yeah.
It is like Windows 8.
Was it cross like the
Yeah,
sort of improving on
But
Apple?
the best, I think that starts at just under $1,000.
what?
That start.
Under $1,000?
Jesus.
For an iPad?
That
For a
basic,
pad
I think the
thing?
basic price is about £700.
That's a
Gee,
lot.
how much did you pay for that?
But then, to be honest, the iPad 3 is about £600 though.
This to the pound was £534. That iPad.
How much are like laptops? They're about that much.
It
aren't
completely varies. You can't say how
You
much
can't
is a
say
laptop.
the average
You
for
could
a
get a
laptop.
laptop. Well, in fact, I've got this is a story I've not written down actually, but they released the most expensive laptop ever.
they? Who have? Apple.
Not anyone. It's just it's an actual fashion company.
Fashion.
Yeah, like it's not like Gucci,
But
but some
Prada
yeah,
netbook.
someone like Prada or something have released this thing. It's not Prada or anything, but I can't remember who it is actually. But it's something like that, and they've released, and it's $1 million for this laptop.
$1 million?
Yeah, $1 million.
What's it got, like all the American government secrets on it?
No, it's not even that. It's
Big
not
fan.
even that a good laptop. It doesn't even have that big a memory. It hardly has any RAM or anything. It's not even that good laptop. But you can have the thing as anything. So the top, the actual like thing that you shut down, that can be made out of oak wood. That can be made out of that can be made out of that can be gold and chromed. You can have it to be anything. You could have diamond studs in
It's
it, and you can customise it to be anything.
A laptop for posh ponces.
Yeah, it's for someone who just can afford a laptop for $1 million. So it's
Flipping
just
Rooney.
yeah, exactly. It's someone like that, and it's not even a good laptop, but they can afford it, so they've got it. But
so it's just the same, only it's got wood and
yeah,
gold
except it's
on
completely customisable.
It's just bling.
Pretty much.
It's a bling laptop.
It's just for saying I've got an oak laptop or a pine wood laptop. Do you know what I'd do? I'd proper screw DT over when if I became a millionaire. I'm going to do this. I'm going to buy that laptop and get it out of MDF. I'm going to get it out of MDF or bloody cuttlefish.
No, I get it out of foam.
Foam, yeah, foam, cuttlefish and MDF mixture, like a mixture of them all, because that's
That'd be the worst smelling laptop ever.
just letting everyone know. By the way, in our design technology class, which is where we make stuff, me and Josh specifically do product design.
I do product design.
Do you? Oh, yeah.
Well,
I didn't know you
I'm
did.
supposed to. I don't really do it.
All right, and pretty much the only thing they've changed
I've
it.
only cut myself twice.
on safety scissors.
No, it wasn't safe. They were chisel. I put it in my finger.
Chisel.
Oh
And
my
a pen
god!
and so I put
What?
back of my
What?
finger.
Oh my god!
Like when you're 9.
That well.
I've cut myself with safety scissors, but not in DT.
Yeah.
It was geography.
Anyway, in our DT, pretty much the only thing that we use to make anything is cuttlefish, foam, and MDF, and it's just ridiculous.
When we say cuttlefish,
That
we mean
cuttlefish
the
stinks.
bone
Yeah.
of
It is.
cuttlefish.
Yeah, a lot of
It
people use it.
stinks.
We don't actually get a fish and mould it. That would be very bad.
just-
Well, they'd
Dried
ink you,
out
wouldn't it? The
bone.
ink all over. Be right kerfuffle. Carry on.
Why? What?
Cuttlefish, the ink, don't they, like that
Yes.
squid?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well,
Well, you should have done knowing. You silly person. Silly person. We always seem to talk about money on this podcast. We seem to talk about how much this is worth, how much money this has got, how much money someone spent on this.
money. It's not, you know.
I know, because I'm about to bring up another story about money. That's why. There's been a divorce in America, and there's been a £1.3 million bill for their court fees because of how much.
is it?
It's not even someone famous. It's
Do
just
they have that much?
the rich. Yeah, the rich, but it's mental because basically this man has just gone, no, I want half of her assets, and she's gone, no, you don't have half of my assets. There's no contract or anything saying that you do, and they've just fought it, and they've been in court for years and years. And
Why?
she, because she's the rich one.
Wouldn't you be sick of them by
Yeah, I
then?
know.
Just say, oh, take it.
She has already given him because she's the rich one, given him £500,000 in her assets, and he's been like, that's not half of your assets, I want more. And now the bill has gone up to 1.3 million.
Is that each? Or
Yeah,
shared?
no, it's shared. So 750. Is it 750? No, that's wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm stupid. Anyway, I'm not going to work it out.
600,000?
Cut that out. I went cut that out. Yeah, I
Would
know.
it be 600,000? Would it? 1.2.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But
I
anyway,
don't know, carry on, I don't know about the maths.
yeah, I think it'd be 650. Yeah, 650,000 each that they've got to pay just in court fees. She's already given him 500 grand,
So
which
still
he's
got
now
to
going to have
find
to
another
spend.
150 grand.
Yeah, and pretty much they're now both in debt. from a
Serves them
divorce,
right.
from a divorce, they're now both in debt, which is just crazy, isn't it? But
If you want to divorce that boy, you just...
I know.
You just say take it. I don't
I know,
care.
yeah,
Take the
I know.
house.
It's
Live on the
ridiculous,
streets rather than live with you.
do you want me to tell you about this other thing with money?
Yeah,
Go on then.
There's been a dinosaur skull found, a brand new dinosaur
Really?
they've never ever seen before. But it's been found by a private archaeologist, and he's not donating it to a museum or anything.
He's called Dr. Alan Grant.
No, he's not the guy from Indiana Jones.
No, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Oh,
God, you don't leave.
I knew that.
Go on. Even
I
I know that.
literally pictured the scene where they come to the T-Rex and just said Indiana Jones. My mind just sort of melted then. I don't know what happened. But they found a brand new dinosaur skull in Wyoming in America. And this private archaeologist is selling it, which I don't know why you do that. One, donate to a museum. You'll probably get a Nobel Prize or something for finding it. Two, second option, keep it You've got
It'd be a right Halloween mask, wouldn't it?
You have found a new dinosaur skull that no one else has in the world yet.
I'm going to say, so it is classed as the only one in the world.
Yeah, exactly, really, at the minute. But you know, he's selling it. Well, he's not selling it. He's starting it at auction, and the starting price
is it on eBay?
No, and the starting price.
It's a mad bid.
Yeah, it's going for 1p until it gets up to $9,000. No, but and it's going for the starting price of this auction is $248,000.
Wow, just for an old head.
Piece of bone.
Yeah, but it's a very groundbreaking piece of bone.
It is, yeah, but I still don't know why, because he won't get a Nobel Prize or anything now.
Exactly, why don't you just give it to a museum?
He'll be proper frowned upon and stuff now. He'll be proper put down.
But if he'd done it to a museum, he'd be like a sort of hero,
exactly.
Finding this long lost.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is though, if this money, auction goes up so much, and he gets so much, he could just retire and live the rest of his life. He don't have to. No one has to know about him anymore.
I suppose,
so really, everyone would just forget about him.
He wouldn't get enough money to retire. Well, no, he would, because he's probably already rich, being an archaeologist and
private one as well.
Yeah, and doing a dig that has made him find this means he's got some money to be able to fund that dig. But so he's probably already got a lot of money, and he probably will be retired after he's done. But I don't know. I just think. I don't know. When you spent your life doing that, you do that because it's your passion, don't you? So then I don't know why you'd sell it.
Exactly.
I don't know why you'd sort of sell that thing, because that's going to be
if it were your passion, you give it to a museum, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
A lasting sort of...
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the thing you've done in your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, say someone like Usain Bolt, he broke world record for 100 metre sprint.
Yeah.
That's his thing. In his life, that is his thing, that everyone will die. Everyone will die.
Well, they will someday, but...
That's his thing, everyone will die. No, he'll die, and that's what everyone will know him for. So I don't really know why he doesn't do that.
I know,
not every... Yeah, well, yeah.
Chicken nuggets before he...
I know, yeah. We're not talking about the archaeologist here, but I don't know why he just wouldn't, because obviously not everyone's going to remember him. It's not a massive news story, but everyone in his profession will, and he'll be a massively well-known thing.
When he was doing 200 metres, the night before,
this is Usain Bolt again, just
the night, he was clubbing with the Swedish volleyball team.
Yeah, did you not see that? No. Usain Bolt, he was 400 metres. He ran 100 metres, won, got a gold medal.
Yeah.
Went out, partied with the girls' Swedish volleyball team. All of them. Just him and the girls' Swedish volleyball team, which is just mental in itself, isn't it?
And then they went and
won 400 metres next day.
Wait, 200?
After 400.
Right,
after
really
partying
good.
And drinking. And then, but before he broke world record for 100 metre sprint, they're all on massively strict diets, but because it were in China, you're like, I don't know what's in it, so I just went to McDonald's and had chicken nuggets. All the rest of them were on protein shakes and strict diets. Nah, just 12
it's
pack,
just a machine,
it
doesn't matter
nuggets.
what he does.
No, it's just ace, isn't it?
Like that, when he first broke it, he had chicken nuggets. That's all he had the night before.
Yeah.
And
no, that was morning. That was what I had for his breakfast.
For breakfast.
Chicken nuggets.
That's
the life, isn't it?
His shoelace were untied.
Yeah, whilst they were running. Can I do that?
And he stopped to celebrate 2 seconds before.
I could believe that. He could have beaten his time, because if you watch on the video, he slows down because he knew he would have won, and he knew he'd already got the world record, but he slowed down and started celebrating before he even finished. Which, to be honest, I don't like they did that, because I just think you could have got a faster time, and now you're not as good as what you used. Obviously, still amazing, but you're not as good as what you used to be, so you'll never break that time.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's just weird. The Olympics is crazy when you think about it. That they train for 4 years. It's just insane. That's a massive bit of life.
But just think about someone who trained for 4 years, or even trained for 8 years, but didn't go to the Olympics, and then didn't,
get
he
anything.
was like favourite to get gold or something like that.
Didn't get
anything.
anything.
And then just absolutely cocked it up.
Yeah.
Just how bad must that feel?
Well, kind of like Tom Daley, really. Because Tom Daley, what did he get?
He was bullied for that, He actually bullied.
Bullied for what? Diving?
For not getting a gold in the 2012 Olympics.
Yeah, but come on, how old is he?
He was bullied for...
He's 20 yet, is he?
Yeah, no, he was bullied for not getting a gold, but
he's going to be around a while.
Who cares about that?
He's like 18.
But he was more bullied for diving as well, when he was the world champion. When he was 14, because he was
What's wrong with that,
he was the world's best diver at 14.
It's not the punchiest thing you could do, is it? Jumping. It's only jumping.
Also, to be honest, if you hit water wrong, it's one of the worst injuries you could get in most sports.
Then you know.
Yeah.
You
If you landed I were there at one point because I used to dive, and I were there at one point, and this girl were doing a triple back summy off 10 metre, and she just landed on her back, just flat on her back off a 10 metre, which is the highest board, and ambulance had to come because she broke both of her legs.
Jesus.
That's just ridiculous.
Because when you fall in
realize
water, it's just like that, isn't it? It just slaps.
And she pretty much, I can't really show the audience, but what angle is that?
That is a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, no more.
50.
It was about a 20-degree angle she landed at. Her legs were landed at. Her body was kind of straight going in, but her legs were just left behind. So her legs just went
left behind.
Bang.
What? In the water.
they were at top. I'm not going. They were just there shaking. I'm not leaving. I'm not jumping in that water. But
it's not going down.
Too right. They wouldn't have been broken, but no, broke both of her legs, and then I had to get ambulance and both. Lifeguards are terrible. I don't know why they employ them at diving. You should see them. They don't do out. They do nothing. The coaches jumped in to get her. Lifeguards were like, go get a towel. I'll go get a towel on some ice. Go get a towel on some ice. Don't worry. Nonchalantly climbing down the ladder. Are you joking? She could have died. It's ridiculous. But then, worst injury I've ever seen, as in that looked the worst, was this girl went in off a 10 metre. I can't remember what move she was doing, but she went off 10 metre. And you put your hand, I can't show the audience, but you put your hands like that. You sort of put your right hand in front of you, flat out to the sort of 90-degree angle facing inwards to the side. This is going to be a terrible description, but like that. And then you wrap your other hand around that hand, so kind of like that. And then
as if you're doing CPR, but in front of you.
Yeah, as if you're doing CPR, but
there you
put it out in front of you.
Yeah,
that's a good explanation. And you put it above your head like that, because most people would go like that, and that doesn't work. Because one, you're not holding your other hand, so your hands just get pushed back by the force of the water, which is hilarious. Because I watched someone who first dived in off a 3 metre. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was this little kid, and it was their first time diving head first off of the 3 metre board, and they went like that. So they went bang, she pretty much punched himself in the face because her hands were pushed back. But she meant to go in like that, and she didn't get her arms round in time, so her hands were just like that. So and she was looking that way because you meant to look at the water. So the water just smacked her face, and she just got 2 black eyes. And it was just a mess. It was like she'd just been at ring with Mike Tyson. Honest to God,
Did she have one ear then?
It was crazy. I just thought, that's really bad. But anyway, while Tom Daley been bullied about him when he was the world champion, I feel sorry for him. It is really bad because you think, one, who'd bully you for being the world's best at something? Yeah. If it's like world's best sewer.
Oh, Tiddly
I can kind of understand that. Yeah, you don't get bullied. It's still stupid to bully someone, but it's still about it. But I get what you mean. If it's tiddlywinks, then it's not like it's an amazing feat, is it?
But diving,
to be the world's best diver, I don't know why you bully someone about that.
At 14.
But then still, to be the world's best at anything, it's still an achievement, even if it is tiddlywinks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But also, plus the other thing that I do always think though is, to be honest, he shouldn't have taken it to heart. He knows he's the world's best diver.
If you know, you're just believing yourself, shouldn't you?
I don't care what anyone thinks.
Are you a diving champion at the age of 14? No, well, shut up then.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he didn't just turn around and go, what have you done?
Yeah.
What? Do you know what I mean? He's the world's best at something. Yeah. You were there next to him.
Oh, yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
I pushed him in.
yeah. Bully circle. He's just there.
Anyway, while we're on the subject of sport, can I just say about the Manchester derby?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I'm still buzzing.
Go on. What was it?
I'm a Man U fan.
It was Man U versus Man City, wasn't it?
Yep, Manchester derby.
Which is, just for anyone not in England, which I doubt. But
greatly doubtful.
But the Manchester derby is probably it is the biggest derby.
Didn't used to be.
It's not the biggest game ever, I don't think. Like
most
people say the biggest game is Liverpool Man U.
Yeah.
But
they've dropped now.
Yeah.
But now it's a proper title.
But the biggest derby is Man U, Man City. But yeah, go on, so what?
Well, it was 2-0 to Man U. But then they brought 2 back, did Man City. Last minute. Literally the last minute. Van Persie. Free kick.
Very good.
I could have kissed him.
He did what?
Free kick. Oh, it went in.
Did it? I could have
snogged him full in the face.
Because my dad is a Man U supporter, and he was bringing us back as the game were on, and it were about 10 minutes before the game had ended when he was driving back, so we'd have been in car listening to it. So I bet he's crashed. This is a massive man.
Yeah, took his hands off wheel.
Yeah. So I bet when they scored this is a story now I have to tell you. He was watching a Man U game, and it were in FA Cup, and it were in like last minute or something like that. And this when I was like a baby, and he had me on his knee. And I was old enough, I was like about 1-ish, so I could sit up and everything, and I just sat there all happy, watching the football with my dad on his knee. And he wasn't holding me or anything, so he was just watching it, and they scored in like last minute.
And you
and
flew
he
off.
jumped up, and I flew into the middle of the living room and just smacked me head up. I'm like, what is going on? And then my dad was like, yeah! So he was screaming. He was just like, yeah, no, we've done really well. Yeah. And then they were like, oh, son's half dead. Nah, it wasn't that bad. Nothing bad happened. Here's another story. My dad's a policeman. This is really embarrassing, but I'll tell you anyway. My dad's a policeman. And,
I get it.
that's not that nice. And he brought his handcuffs home once, and I thought they were toy handcuffs. So I handcuffed my feet together at the top of the stairs. And I couldn't get them off. But in my toy handcuffs, the way you get them off is you made them as tight as they could go, and then they just loosened.
Yeah.
So I made them as tight as they could go, and they were like crushing my feet. And I didn't want to say it because I thought I'd get told off because I was only about 4. So I thought I'd get told off. And I couldn't stand up, so I just laid at the top of the stairs. And my mum came up, mum went up the stairs, and my head was just at the top, laid there, and she just went, are you alright? And she went, yeah, I'm fine, it's alright. There for 3 hours. 3 hours at top of the stairs, handcuffed feet together. And then my mum came upstairs and was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I handcuffed my feet. She just started crying. So then he had to ring up. My dad had to come home because his key were at work with him. I had to come home from work, come back, unclip my feet, go back, and my mum. Well, they used to go out with my boss all the time, like they were all good friends.
Yeah.
And then so his boss came with him, and they were all just laughing. It was a very distressing time. It was a very distressing time, and now I have a phobia of handcuffs. So
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Would you have had one if you hadn't done psychology this year?
Christmas is just over 2 weeks away. Did you know that?
Thanks, Josh.
Are you excited? I don't know if I'm excited for Christmas.
It don't feel like Christmas.
It done. I don't think it has done for the past 2 years.
What do you think about putting up trees? I think it's a pain.
I've just been doing.
No,
That's
we
why I'm a
should.
bit late.
There's something I want to talk about. Why do we put up Christmas lights or trees? Why?
Just because it adds to the sort of
No, but who
sadness
started
of it.
that? It had to have started somewhere.
Was it Scandinavia?
Where did it start?
I don't know.
And then how did it catch on? Same with Santa being red. Because he was green, wasn't he?
Coca-Cola.
Green,
I know,
Coca-Cola
yeah.
changed.
And then Coca-Cola changed him to red. But then that just caught on, and now he's red in everything.
I don't know, like
But
it's green.
isn't it weird how some things just catch on and other things don't
It
at all?
is, yeah.
Because it's, I don't know, it just seems strange really. Because when you walk around, you're like, oh, look at all the Christmas lights, it's really nice. Why?
I don't
Really?
know, really.
It's a really stupid
It
thing.
doesn't make sense to me when you
It
think
don't
of
make
Christmas.
sense that you just think, oh, Christmas, that means we put lights outside our house that flash and that are blue. Why? It don't really make any sense, does
I
it?
suppose like the hanging
Same with
lights,
the
they're meant to be
Christmas
icicles, so they're sort of like
Are they? I didn't know that.
I think that's meant to be.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I
like
think we've started to lose the point, really.
of Christmas.
'Cause
Yeah.
Christmas-
Already have.
Christmas now
Already
instead
Yeah.
of giving, it's of oh yeah, I'm gonna get this for Christmas and I'm gonna
I'm
get
going to
this
get
for
that,
Christmas.
I'm going to get that.
Already have. Do you believe in God?
No.
Do you believe in God?
A little bit.
I don't believe in
Sort
God.
of half and half.
We both celebrate Christmas. Do you believe in Jesus?
Not really.
Do you believe in
I
Jesus?
think he was real, but he wasn't
Do you
like
think he did all them miracles?
superhero. No.
I don't either. We still all celebrate
He was probably
Christmas.
he was based on a real person.
Yeah, I know, yeah, he was.
Just like
Yeah,
Santa
we know
Claus
that.
is based on a real
Yeah,
person.
Jesus is... What? Santa
St.
Claus is...
Nicholas.
No.
Yeah, because he lived in
Yeah.
Turkey and he performed miracles on children. That's why he's been
Yeah.
attributed
And
the
he
role
gave-
of
I
giving
didn't know that.
presents to
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Anyway,
okay.
on the subject of Christmas, what do you think is the hottest Christmas idea that people want?
Josh has got this up on his
Hottest, set
iPad.
fire to a tree.
No, Josh has got this up on his
Yeah,
iPad. Go and guess.
Save us
The top thing... I won't say because I know.
But the top thing to do or
I
to
know.
get?
I'll
No, to get.
To get
To
as a
get.
present. I'll give you my guess because I already know, but I'll give you what
Yeah.
I would have guessed. I would have guessed iPhone 5.
A Lamborghini.
No, realistically.
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 Come on, you stupid
Come on, guess. What would be
crap.
top present? In the world, or well, it doesn't really matter. But
Top present.
In fact, you quite like this. Oh,
yeah,
well.
you would actually.
Would
Well,
it?
no,
So
you
it's
wouldn't.
not an iPhone then?
No, you wouldn't.
No.
So if iPhone, I'd go for iPhone 5. Would be top.
So it's like a gadget?
But it's
It could
not
be
that.
anything.
It's
I know.
anything.
And it's not the iPhone 5. I know, anything. It could be slow cooker.
Come on,
I've
we're
got
running
one.
out of time here.
I don't know what it is.
Guess.
I can't.
Guess.
A talking carrier bag.
Brilliant. Right, just say what it
It's
is.
not a talking carry bag.
See what it is.
It is a Kindle Fire.
Yeah.
That is the.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
They've turned it too much into like an
iPod.
iPod.
Yeah, you've said, haven't you? You
Yeah,
don't like it. We did talk about this on last one as well.
Well, yeah.
And talking about electronics, just top 10 most wished for Christmas gifts in electronics, right? 1 to 9 is the Kindle Fire or Kindle
Hang on, was that a joke?
Paperweight.
Hottest. That was terrible.
No, it won't.
Oh,
was,
Kindle
yeah.
Fire and the hottest
yeah.
thing.
Kindle Fire.
I didn't realise that. I
But
bet that's it. I bet it's a pun, but then put it on.
1 to 10, 1 to 9 is the Kindle Fire and Kindle Paperweight, and then 10 is an Apple TV.
Wait, what?
Apple TV.
Everything else.
Is that one on touchscreen?
Yeah, everything else, Kindle Fire, Kindle Fire, Kindle
No,
Fire,
not this isn't right.
Kindle Fire.
You're on Amazon, aren't
Look
you?
at it though. It's
No,
too-
that's on Amazon.
What?
That's on Amazon.
So, number
Kindle-
1 and number 2, number 3,
Kindle-
No,
number 4.
that's good because it's like a book, isn't it?
Kindle Inky? What the hell is a Kindle Inky?
I haven't a clue. It looks like a normal Kindle with fancy writing.
Move back into position. So, no, the top 9 Christmas gifts are all Kindle
Wished
items.
for.
Yeah, on
People
Amazon.
wished
That's
for.
mental.
Amazon
no,
do Kindle, though.
They're not on Amazon. That's just
That's
by
just
Amazon.
the top.
Because it is an Amazon.
I mean, I like Kindles, but I can't see him.
Apple
being...
TV. You insane? They're like, how much are Apple TVs?
Buying new from just over £100.
Oh, that's quite good. I thought
Hey.
like 19 grand or
I
something.
don't.
Just over 100 quid.
That ain't right.
That can't be right.
Oh no, wait, go back.
An Apple TV for 100 quid.
Go back onto what you're on.
Oh,
That's the box. That's
yeah,
not
the Apple TV box. It's not an Apple TV. Apple don't do TVs.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They do.
So
they
it's a
don't.
cardboard box.
An
That's
Apple
what the third most
TV.
hottest.
All an Apple TV is like a skybox. That's all it is.
No, they do a
Yes,
they do a
it is.
monitor.
No, they don't.
They do, and you can
No,
link
they
it up to it.
No, they don't. They don't.
I'm sure they do.
No, they don't. That's called an iMac.
Oh, what?
An iMac.
It's a computer, doesn't matter.
Oh, iMac.
And did you know that all the I's in all
I'm
the I
bored of
products
apples.
Yeah, go
are
on.
not capital letters. The I's
Yeah,
are
we
not
know.
capital letters.
Yeah, I know
No.
that.
Why? Where
That's
did it
not
come from?
interesting.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Because it's proper caught on. Everyone uses that now, like BBC iPlayer and stuff. Everyone uses that I
Yeah,
for
but that's
stuff
internet,
now.
isn't it?
No,
Internet player.
I.
Yeah,
I-
I for internet.
Oh yeah. I always
What
think.
do you think it began
I
with?
always. I
You
no. I
idiot.
thought. I think it's. I do think it's an I. I knew it was an I. I always think it's E, just because of Internet Explorer. Because I don't know if you noticed that.
Or it might be electronic for E.
No, it's
Because
not.
it's like email. It's
It's not.
electronic. Because it's not iMail. It's internet.
I'm sure the E for Internet Explorer is Internet.
No, it's Explorer.
I've been stupid. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you are.
I've been silly.
Yeah, you obviously yeah.
Oh dear. That wasn't clever of me.
No, it wasn't though.
Oh, I need Oscar here to stop me from
He's just
making these stupid
Being
comments.
silly. You just being silly. No, because it's quite funny to
Stop
see you
it.
being silly.
Oh dear.
Right then, Liam, it's
right.
come to that time again. What is the capital of the Bahamas?
Nassau. Do you have to do this? No.
What is the capital of Bangladesh?
Don't be me.
Come on, we've done all the A's, we might as well all the B's.
Dhaka.
Barbados?
We didn't do A's, did we?
No, we didn't. It was
Bridgetown.
cut out. It was cut out.
Yeah, we cut out.
Yeah, we'll cut
Oh,
out.
should we do all the A's then?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, no,
right.
A's.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Right.
By the end of it, this
Who
can
mastermind
be,
music?
shh, this can be a thing, right? No, you can't. It'll be copyright. It'll be copyrighted. Shh, can't be
Did it?
copyrighted. Don't
Okay,
can't be.
I changed it.
But pretty much, Liam, I'll get this out because I don't think we did talk about this. I think Oscar just put it in and it must have just sounded really out of context. But pretty much, Liam can name the capital of every
Not
single
everyone.
country.
No, don't hype me up too much.
99% of the
most.
countries in the world.
Right,
So
that's 99,
from now
so
on
that's 95.
every single podcast, we're going to go through A, then B, then C. So go through A.
How many are we going to do?
All the A's. So go A.
Afghanistan,
Kabul.
Albania,
That is Tirana.
Algeria,
Algiers.
Andorra,
Andorra la Vella.
Angola,
Luand.
Argentina,
Buenos Aires.
Australia,
Canberra.
Austria,
Vienna.
and Azerbaijan.
Baku.
That's ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous.
That is insane. It is insane that you. So Liam, this is official. Liam knows Because pretty much we have up a list of capitals and their countries, A to Z. And Liam knows the capital of all of the A's, so there we go. B's next week. You can stay tuned for that. That sausage of entertainment. Yeah. This is mental.
What is mental?
This is mental. Do you know the Queen? Do you know she always does a Christmas message?
She does.
This year, she's doing it in 3D. because of 3D.
I thought you were going to do it like a shell suit or something.
She's going to do it in a onesie. She's going to do it in a onesie.
Christmas
onesie. A cup of tea
onesie.
sitting on the sofa.
So, no, pretty much. What has happened?
But when Prince Harry will do that, will
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, they did dress up as Hitler in the fancy dress.
Oh, I don't know why everyone had to go in for that.
I think that's funny.
He's having fun, isn't he?
Yeah.
I
If
hate
you did it, it'd be nothing wrong with it.
Exactly, that's my point.
It's just
He
'cause
is
he's
a
royal, isn't
normal
he?
person.
He's a normal person.
All of them
I
are
like
normal
to see him
person.
be normal.
I understand they need to act a certain way some
Well, yeah,
time.
they need to set a
They
bit
can't
of a
go around
standard, don't
binging and they can't go around doing all that, doing drugs and stuff. That's no.
No, yeah,
because they're high up respectable people
They're
and the role models.
No, they're the most respect. They're the
exactly,
top, aren't they?
and the role models. But that's a joke. I think anything
It is a joke. If you can make a joke, then
something that I
it's a
think
person.
no matter what, and people could hate me for this, but no matter what, even if it's just anything, and I am going to get a lot of hate for this, but no matter what joke it is in any context, whether it's racism, whether it's anything like that, if it's a joke, it's fine on my account.
If it's not offensive, if you mean it
No,
as a joke,
even if it's offensive, but if it's not meant to be offensive.
well, yeah, if you don't mean it,
even
like
if it
Frankie
is,
Boyle.
yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think he means he just says what he thinks.
No
doesn't
matter
he?
what, even if it's offensive and stuff, as long as it's a joke,
No,
that's
I
fine.
don't
As
think
long as you
it's a
don't mean
joke.
it.
I think if you mean it, then it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But if
obviously.
you don't mean
If
it,
you don't
it's a
mean
joke.
it, if you're just saying it like,
So if you
Yeah,
say
yeah.
it as a joke and you mean it,
Yeah,
then
then
I think that would
that's
still
mean.
be-
That's mean. But
yeah, if you do it like maliciously, like
because my point is, when I'm watching comedians, and I totally agree with Ricky Gervais on this, there should be no end to comedy. There should be no point where you go, no, that's not comedy anymore. That's offensive. Because as long as it's comedy, then it's fine.
it's comedy. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like an artist. If you can get an artist and they can draw a really graphic sex scene.
Eminem.
No, or something, and you can get, and they can, no, not like that, and they
Eminem
can.
doesn't draw really
Yeah.
graphics.
I thought he was going to say graphic, like abusive. And I said,
No, I don't mean that.
After.
No, I don't mean that. If you did an artist and they drew a really graphic sex scene, that'd be fine because it's artistic, and it's
Artistic?
and it's artistic law, isn't it?
Well, if it's like Michelangelo.
No, yeah, exactly, but it's still artistic law, isn't it? So it's fine for them.
Well, I suppose like when they used to do statues with bits
Exactly.
and bobs,
So it's fine
that
for
was
that.
art, wasn't it?
Exactly. So I think comedy is its own form of art,
Well, it is a bit.
and
It's just more like
Making
verbal
jokes
art.
out of
Exactly,
being
it's
able to make
verbal
jokes
art.
out of
so I think anything is allowed to be taken the mick out of. Because usually the rule does go that you can take the mick out of yourself and whatever you are. If you're black and Jewish, you can take the mick out of black
Well,
people and Jewish people.
But then, because you're taking the mick out of yourself, you're giving the impression that other people will then think that it's okay to do it to you.
But
as
usually
well.
that's the general rule of thumb, though, isn't it? Comedians are allowed to take mick out of themselves. Like there's this comedian, I can't remember what his name is, but he's black and he's gay, and he's hilarious. Because he can just take mick out of anyone. Because he can take mick out of gay camp people, he can take mick out of gay people.
It's not
he can take
Stephen
mick out of
K.
black
Amos, is
people.
it?
Yeah, that's him.
Is it?
It's hilarious. And
I like him.
yeah, he's really, really funny.
He is funny.
And because one of the things he was talking about, he was talking about Dorothy. There's a programme on England, Dorothy, where they pick the Dorothy.
Yeah.
And he were watching it and he was saying, wait a second, there's a black girl in the final. That's not right. That Dorothy's not black. You don't imagine Dorothy to be black. And I agree with him. You don't.
That's
But
true.
then what do you imagine Jesus to be?
Jesus.
You
Well, no.
you don't know.
It's yeah, you don't.
It
But,
is
but
complicated,
do you know what I mean? And I just think it's when it's taken as a joke, because he was just joking about it.
But then
it's taken
if
as a joke,
someone
it's
said,
fine.
but then if someone said to that black girl,
Yeah.
no, you cannot come in.
Yeah, that's different. There's a difference between joking about it and meaning it to someone. Because he was just joking about it, and and that's the general rule of thumb.
Which is
Because
right, innit,
he's
you know?
black, he's
in
allowed
Kansas in that time, it wouldn't have been.
to. Definitely wouldn't have been.
No.
It should have been on a tree. No offence. meant.
bit
That's a joke.
she would have only been on a tree if she'd done something wrong.
Yeah.
Or they thought they'd done. That's what they did. Cruel world.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there on
Yeah.
lynching black people. So in Kansas. So not over here. We're not doing that.
No.
So pretty much.
That was something
You know what we said last time in the podcast. That's
Yeah.
not true at
Yeah.
all.
We're going to lynch them in their forensic suit. just
On Halloween.
Yeah. We'll never get caught. Anyway, so yeah, this has been a Gents Room podcast.
It has.
Yeah,
It has.
it has. So we'll see you later, guys.
See you later.
Yep.
Goodbye.
See ya.
See ya.